Hello, Stationeers. Welcome to episode 5 of Vulcan Getting Started. Let's close that fridge. I noticed that when I was editing the last episode, I left it open. It just means it draws more power. The food doesn't seem to be affected by it. And let's fill up our jetpack here. And there was one other thing I noticed. This pipe I never fixed, so it has, okay, it's only 10 MPa in there. But anyways, because we're only pressurizing to 2 kPa, that's going to keep gaining pressure. So let's just pipe that into the passive vent below here. Like that. Hopefully there's not a big outrush. And then let's just, these have steel in them. Let's get one back. There we go. Yeah, so basically, that just means it won't eventually overpressure and explode. Cool. So I said I was going to work on the greenhouse more this episode. I will be, but I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I think we need to get the comms array set up because you never really know what you're going to get with the traders, and we could end up getting an organics trader really quickly, but we could end up going for a long time, and I think it's just a good idea to start looking now because you only get so many traders at a time. So being able to trade for longer gives you some more certainty that you're eventually going to find it. Just made some passive vents. We're going to need that for our greenhouse. I've got all these ores that I mined last time. Let's start throwing them in here. It's almost midday. There we go, melting up the copper. So obviously we're looking for an organics trader. But because you can never really be sure, I mean, in theory, you could go for a very, very long time without finding one. So you can still, you know, you could get a food trader, you could get a gas trader, and you could still survive even if it took you a very long time. So it's just a good idea, I think, to get the trading system set up at this point. One thing you could do to help yourself, and I'm not going to do, is you could set it up so you could trade from inside, so you could stand inside during the day and twiddle the dials. One easy way to do that is just to set up a couple memory logic circuits with some logic writers. That would just let you stand inside during the day and do a whole bunch more trading if you were really stuck for it. I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'm going to build the whole thing outside and we'll just do trading at night. I find that you can sweep the whole sky, get pretty much everyone you find within a few minutes, go off and still have time to make water and do some mining, maybe come back and do a second amount during the same night. So it doesn't help that much to build it inside. Okay, that's pretty much all of that. That's good. Let's get some of this in here. One thing we're going to need is some, we're going to need 2 transformers, I think, one for inside the greenhouse, and we're going to need another one to power the comms array. So let's get building that. Put you in there. And then go back to some heavy cables. We're going to need to get heavy cables over to where the comms array is going. Let's get rid of some of this stuff in our inventory. Not going to need that. And we're building some frames to build the communication system on. We're still going to need some more. I think we need, I don't know, 18 or 20. Let's keep going. We're not going to need these plastic sheets. Oh, we got some more frames there. we're here, let's keep working on things. We're going to need a bunch of oxygen filters for our greenhouse. So let's keep going on that. That's good. That'll make 4. That's perfect. $20. Yeah, that's good. And looking at my list here. Oop. We're going to need a computer for the comms array, because we already used the one from the comms bucket to make our IC editor. Take that with us. What's next on my list? Let's keep making some heavy cables. I don't think 14 is going to get us there. Need some stairs. I don't want to keep building out flat. I want to actually have a multi-level thing going. Okay, there's our 4 oxygen filters. Just toss them in here. And the piling system again. Oh, there comes the heavy breathing. Is that enough pipes? Probably. Should be okay. Keep looking at my list. Yeah, we're gonna need some iron walls for inside the greenhouse to be able to mount the grow lights. So let's just make a few more of those. I don't know. That's lots, actually. I think I only totally need 3 grow lights. So that's lots. Let's top up our iron sheets just in case. Okay, that looks decent. We'll take the stairs with us. Stack of heavy coils, heavy cables. And we're gonna need probably quite a few more regular cables, either for the comms or for the greenhouse. I'm gonna need a sensor for in the greenhouse so that we can monitor the internal pressure and the temperature. It's almost time to go outside. We can start looking at what communications equipment we're gonna take with us here. We need a landing pad and the steel sheets for building it. Let's pick these up. I think that's lots. 24. Oh, that's perfect. 1 stack. Could smelt up the rest of our iron. And let's get ready to go outside. So let's throw this out and cycle the airlock. What temperature is it going to be? 9. Cool down a bit. Keep it cold in here. Still have lots of oxygen, so we're okay there. Let's throw this sensor in here so we don't forget about it. We're going to need some insulated pipes. I only have 2 there. We're going to need some steel. There we go. That'll make 10 more insulated pipes. You go up there. Can we take the rest of this stuff? Guess I don't need the glass sheets. And that card has money on it. Let's swap it in. There we go. Okay. Time to go outside. We're going to need the stairs first. I'm kind of thinking over on this side. I got to bring the power over here. So let's say somewhere around here. I actually wanted to build that with the railings on it. There, that's better. And let's start building the platform down here. We'll put the satellite dish up on top of this one. And before I get started, let's just put the big battery in this. There we go. Otherwise, I'll be swapping batteries. Okay. And then I want to build the landing pad off this direction. I think I'm going to have to do some mining to push that that terrain in a bit. But that's okay. Weld these up so I have somewhere to stand. Still don't have any room in my hands. Let's swap this. There we go. Ooh, iron. Take the iron when you can get it. We're going to need lots of iron for those hydroponics trays we're going to have to build later. So, iron is good. I think each hydroponics tray is like 5 grams of iron. 5 units of iron. Grams is kind of silly. But that's going to take up a lot. One of the things we're going to need to do is we're going to need to figure out a way to get water into that hydroponic system too. So I'll have to do that later. And one more layer here. We'll have to push this in again. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I have enough room to stand over here. And let's keep going. Trim this up. Wouldn't want the trader to crash land on the way down. Okay, we want to stick the landing pad there with the power facing us. And we're done with the welder. The satellite dish is going to go over here. Where's the satellite dish? There it is. On top of this, turn it there. This is going to be similar to our setup we did on Venus. Going to run the cables down. I do that because if you're twiddling the dials, the cable hitbox actually gets in the way of the dials. So it's good to run the cables down first. I'm going to bring this over to the side and down. Out that way. Then we're going to need the transformer to power it. I'm going to bring the power in from the bottom right. And I need the cutters. There we go. So that's actually going to have to then hook from there up to the computer and the vending machine and the landing pad. Let's get the heavy cable going this way. It's a little bit of a waste of heavy cable to run it that far, but wow, it's not too bad. It's kind of the right thing to do. I want the switch for it over here so I can turn the whole system off when I'm done with it, because it actually does, with everything on it, draws over 500 watts. It's quite a bit, especially for early game. You notice I put this up one level off the ground, one small grid space. That's so that you can be twiddling the dials and still see the screen. It's a little bit ugly looking, but it helps a lot when you're trying to do the trading. If you feel bad about it, you can put a table underneath of it. It kind of looks right. Still not perfect. Let's bring that this way. And we'll keep going. Whoops. I'm going to have to hook up both of these. We'll go over and make a nice neat corner over here. And over here we need the vending machine. It's kind of a dumb machine. You have to get at the back and the front of it. So I'm going to put it sideways like this, and I'm going to pull it in a little bit, I think. There. Yeah, that's still not bad. I can get around it. You got to be able to get to the back to hit the, well, the power switch is not a big deal. We'll just leave it on all the time. It actually doesn't seem to draw any power from what I remember.
Hydration critical.
But it has to be on. The landing pad draws like 100 watts. The computer is 200 and the satellite dish is 200. Let's turn that on. Satellite dish is on. Everything's wired up except the main power trunk. Again, it's 500 watts. Let's just set this to a couple thousand and we're good. Let's start pulling some power over. We got to get into this cable over here. And we'll leave some room here to put some more battery banks in if we need to. I'm not sure if we will, but we might. Once the greenhouse is set up, we're actually going to need quite a bit of power. And it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough heavy cables, so let's just see if we can build some more heavy cables. We're out of gold. Lots of gold. And 9, yeah, that's 18 cables. Okay. Let's keep going. Not sure how long nighttime is going to last. Let's see how much we can get done. Well, I guess I was right. All right, let's see if we can quickly finish this. Do we have enough cables printed yet? It's not a big deal for us to stay out a little bit longer. Now that the door shuts automatically, that's actually pretty handy. So it'll always stay cool in there. Okay, good. And if that's on, yeah, it's working. It's great. Sometimes I have the problem that it doesn't work when I hook it all up the first time, and no matter what I try, it doesn't work, and then I have to like leave the session and reload the game, and then suddenly it just works. But anyways, that's good. It just worked. A little low on power over there again, I see. While we're thinking about power, let's put the big battery back in here and get it charged back up. That doesn't take long when it's charging off of the big stationary battery. At this point, we could start working on the greenhouse. Do we have most of the stuff we need? I think so. But the power situation is a little bit annoying. We need copper. Let's make a couple more solar panels. Running the comms array is going to drain our power a bit. And eventually we're going to need the power for the greenhouse anyway. So let's just make a couple more solar panels to stick on the roof. That's pretty good. Make one more. And we can actually wire this in from the bottom while we're here. T, and then keep going, and we're out. Okay, so we need some more heavy cables, and we're gonna need the glass panels for when we build it, so remember to take that. One there, and we need one more. That's good. What else is on our list? We should start making an atmospherics kit. We need iron, and we don't have iron. We need one more atmospherics kit for the oxygen reclaiming. We can make that later. We're going to have to do some more mining. That's okay. And we're going to need some regular cables. Lots and lots of regular cables too. And we got, we got one of those. We got a grow light, which will get us started. We're going to need more. I don't like the battery being that low. Let's throw some of this in there. Good enough. Let's go inside here. We're at 80% health. That one's empty. The next night we should be making some more water too. Okay, good. And that's 4.05. We actually still have more oxygen in our tank than that. What's the temperature? Midday. Lots of time left. We should go in here. Let's throw these solar panels over here. So we'll remember to put them up at night. Let's see if we can get ourselves into this airlock with all this junk. Okay. More importantly, can we get ourselves out of this airlock with all this junk? I guess we could stand here and throw it out the door. And boom. Hey, we made it. And it's nice and vacuumy in here. That's where our power is going to come in for our atmospherics. So let's throw that there. You are done vacuuming. That's outward. Turn that off. And let's start throwing our stuff over in this side. Drop the stuff we don't need. Let's remove these first. I don't think we actually need an active vent. You could power the lighting and oxygen reclaimer over here. And we can get that pipe back. Nothing much we can do about that passive vent, but we are going to need a passive vent on the outside. We can go outside later and move it. Okay, well, let's just clear out the airlock then. Get some atmospherics kits. And some more atmospherics kits. It's going to be our atmospherics side. Grow light can go this side. That's above where the plants are going to go. We need pipes. We need an analyzer for the pipes. Oh. Can I get that off the ground? Oh, I kind of got it. There we go. You are going to go up here somewhere that I can get power and data to you. That's not a bad spot. You're carbon dioxide, so you go with this side for now. And you're all oxygen, so let's put you with the oxygen reclaimer side, although you're not both for that. And good. Oh, power's low. Let's swap it out. Let's start getting our cool night air over here. We're going to bring a valve over. The purpose of the valve here is we're going to put an air conditioner after that, and we need a way to limit the size of the pipe going to the air conditioner. Due to the way air conditioners work, we can control how they work by the size of the input pipe. Let's start getting power. Go down, down. Before we get going, let's run the pipes from the cool night air. So go down here and then over to the input of this valve. Good. And then this is going to be the input to the air conditioner. So I'm putting a little stub on here so that we can actually control how big the volume is in that pipe section after the valve. That's pretty critical. You'll see later on. So air conditioner, that's backwards. So this is going to take cool night air and it's going to make, cooler air, 20, 30 degrees, somewhere in that range. And then it's going to put it into this pipe segment. Now, because it's nice and cool, we don't care about using insulated pipes. The whole point is to exchange heat with the room. But again, the volume of this pipe matters, so I don't want it to be any bigger than necessary. I'm doing two, like you'll see, because I need to run some power through both of those pipe segments. Let's see here. And that was the wall segments for the ceiling. I think we're good. I think we gotta get out of here. And it's nighttime. We gotta make hay while the sun doesn't shine here on Vulcan. Yes, we're going to do solar panels. Let's do that right now while we're thinking about it. There and there. That's good. I think it's funny we haven't had another storm. Fingers crossed. Okay, so let's see if we can find any traders here. Oh, there's one now. Oop, wrong way. And we're right at the edge here. Hopefully it's this. No, it's not. It's actually on the other end. We can't go any further left there. Okay, let's keep looking. Not a lot of traders out. There's one. Wrong way. Okay, let's see what we got. Hydraulicate. Ah. Alright. Well, let's keep looking then. We're looking for Organtion. Okay, we found a gassy trade. Which, you know, if our oxygen situation is worse. Ooh, there's a microwares. You know what? I'm just going to contact the microwares. They sell food. And I just feel like you don't really know how long you're going to have to keep trading. Let's actually just top up our food supply a little bit. You can go here. This is all the stuff I didn't want that I'm willing to trade. I don't think there's anything else in there I really want to trade. Let's stuff this in the back of the vending machine. And how much will you give me for that? Oh, not bad. Let's just, you only brought me pumpkin soup. Isn't that nice? You brought a lot of it. Okay, buy it for 600. Ooh. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm just gonna buy one can. We still have a few cans in the fridge, but they're starting to decay. And let's tell you to leave. And we better get this can out of here because it's decaying. And run it into the fridge really quick. You go there. That's good. All right, I just feel a little bit safer having some new fresh food in the fridge. Now we're still more than half of our oxygen. We're still doing okay on oxygen. And you know what? We went through and we looked at all the traders. Let's get some mining going. Okay, we spent a couple of minutes mining. And we wanted to make some water. Let's see how you're doing for water. You got lots of hydrogen. Let's do that and get some oxygen in there. I'll let you go. And we'll go get our water bottles. Let's throw you both in there. And I think no more mining. Let's see if we've got any more traders on the radar here. And a mine rate. Well, it's starting to get light outside. So we had a Hall Corp, a Microwares, a Gassy Trade, a Chem Lab, and then a mine rate. Not so much luck, but it's okay. We'll keep looking. Let's get the ore. I feel like I forgot something. Yep, I left the water thing going. Let's go quickly grab it. Good. Get the water. Let's get back inside. It's 160 degrees. It's not too bad. There we go. Okay. Resupplied on water. Swap our batteries, and might as well go in here and replenish a bit. Degrees. Let's cool it down a bit. And how are we doing? We need, that's 4.05. That's still around what we have in our tank. So let's just refill this. 3.7 MPa. And then let's head back outside. Or into the workshop, I guess. There we go. More iron. While we're here, we're going to need a way to get water into the system, like I was saying. So we're going to need a couple of these liquid canister storages to transfer water from outside to inside. And we're going to need more heavy cables, I think, just for wiring up the greenhouse. Oh, that's one. You're going in here on the receiving end. And the other one's going to go outside on the filling end. Okay, there's one. Now we're going to need a tank, we're going to need, sorry, some pipes. And you're going to go outside. We need some pipes for the greenhouse. We need to get from the canister storage. 5's about right. From the canister storage into the hydraulic pots. Trays, they're called. Well, those are 10 each. No wonder we need so much iron. So every stack of ore makes 5 pots. We're going to need a lot of pots. While I'm thinking about it, we need one of these liquid tanks to transfer the water. You go over there. Oh, I don't need 2. I made 2. All right, you go over here. Just stay there. Let's go back to making pots. That's good. Don't need you. While we're thinking about it, let's try to make that atmospherics kit. We got copper. Ooh, don't have, let's see here. I don't want to use all this copper because I didn't mine anymore. Let's make 20. And I made cables out of copper. Okay. Let's try it. You should still have copper in there. You do. Okay. Right. That was simple. Not. And that's enough to make a atmospherics kit. Okay. You go in there. You're not listening to me. You go in there. What else are we going to need in there? Ooh, still really hot. Got lots of time. All right, we're almost done here. Let's make some passive vents to hook it up when we're done. We should need 2 of them. You go in there. Okay. Yep, just 2. All right, let's go back in. Still have a vacuum in here. You go that side, you go over here. Let's hook up where the pipes are going to go to feed the hydraulic trays, or hydroponics trays, sorry, not hydraulics. You go up to the filler, but also this way. I don't know how to make these little 3-way things. I know that there's a section. Anyways, that's just easier to me. This is where we're going to fill from. And then it's going to go into our hydroponics trays here. There. It's just going to keep going that direction. And we're going to have to put a grow light up there. You are our oxygen reclaimer, so you go over there. Let's keep going on this. So the cool air after the air conditioner is going to have to go up into a radiator bank here. So we'll do this, and that's just enough. Actually, would like to make that longer. We'll throw the radiators up there, and what they're going to do is just exchange heat with the room. So the cool air in there is going to cool down the room. I need that to go the other way with the power out the back. That's good. Turn you on. That's going to let us measure what's actually in the radiator so that we can regulate when we turn the air conditioner on and off. Also, it's going to end up with too much pressure in there, and we're going to have to regulate the dumper to pull warmer stuff out of there. And then we come this way, but we actually need to go and power a filtration unit that's going to sit over here. We actually need both there. And this actually needs to go up here. That's good. Up to this thing. Analyzer. Good. That's right. So the next thing we're going to need is, so if you've ever seen Case Guard's video, if you want to take night air in and then make it cold, but you want to use it in the 300 watt configuration, what you have to do is you have to take the waste and you have to pump everything out. Now you can use an active vent for that, which will not an active vent. You can use a volume pump for that, which will use a ton of power. I'm just going to send this over to outside here. Yeah, volume pumps use a ton of power. You don't want to use those. You can use a back pressure regulator, which will actually work, or you can use this, which uses even less power than a back pressure regulator. A back pressure regulator is about 100 watts. This is going to use, I don't know, like 10 to 50, somewhere in that range. Sun's going down. And we're just not going to put any filters in there. So what this will do is it'll actually just pull all the air out to this pipe. And that will actually work faster than the air conditioner is putting stuff in the waste pipe. And again, if you saw Case Guard's video, you kind of understand what that's going to do is allow it to work in the 300 watt mode It's not going to create a huge amount of cool gas, but it won't use much power. And the waste will keep getting emptied out so that it will divert its own waste over there into the waste, its own input into the waste. And that's kind of how that works. We're going to put some carbon dioxide. So when we want to get rid of the pressure in there, now it's a mix of outside gases. We don't want to dump that into the room, but we do want to keep the carbon dioxide. So that's why we're going to use a filtration unit with carbon dioxide filters to empty out that radiator pipe. And then that's going to actually dump into the room so that we keep the cool carbon dioxide and get rid of the rest.
Hydration critical.
It's nighttime. Let's go get our water setup going again. Okay, there's the filling station. Let's put it in there. Do we have enough hydrogen in there? We're probably down a bit. Yep, 750. All right, we'll let that fill for a little bit. And 270, let's go mining for a bit. We're gonna need quite a bit more. Okay, that was only a couple minutes of mining. Let's go back and do some more work here. We have that passive vent we wanted to move. There we go. Now we have a place to dump the pollutants and so on from our grow op. Let's get some steel. That's only wanted 10, but that's fine. Let's make some more of these insulated pipes while we're thinking about it. Dump some ore in here. Good. And head back over to our comms array and keep looking for that organics trader. Okay, so we found Exotech, Hydraulic Hit, Color Corp, Microwares, Exotech again, and Color Corp again, but we didn't find an organics trader. So sad. We went through the whole sky again. This is looking a little messy. Okay, I wonder where the other one went. Probably in the furnace. Okay. Just thinking it might be good to actually have something to sell when we finally do find a trader. If we find a trader. Let's make a couple motherboards here. IC editors aren't too expensive. A little bit of gold. Don't like to sell gold, but I will if I have to. There, we'll make 3. Let's go throw those into the vending machine, just so we have them when we need them. Good. Something to sell. Now, I'm sure this has a ton of hydrogen in it. Yep, 2,000 moles. Let's make some more water. Okay, that's starting to fill up. Now, because this is all pressure-based, it mostly just stays in the H2 combustor and in that pipe segment. So trying to get some into this canister is actually, you have to make a lot to get the pressure up. Should be able to get 14 or 15, I think. Let's pump this up so we go a little faster. It's going down. That's going up. 13. That's not too bad. You can hear it getting hot. Oh, and there's the sun coming up. Okay. You are cooling down 13 in there. Don't see any more going in there. 114 is enough to make 2 water bottles. You know, we have this other canister I made by accident. Ooh, it's getting warm. Let's just quickly swap that out. There it is. And we'll go throw that in quickly. 141, 142, it's getting warm. Okay, we'll do this. 9, 10. It's kind of equalized. All right, let's grab that, turn that off, go back inside. We'll use these as our starting canisters of water for the greenhouse. I'm going to put them over in the on the shelf here because that will actually, or it should actually cool down to ambient in here, which is 127 or 129 degrees right now. Get rid of some of that excess heat so we don't take it all into the greenhouse. Good. I think this is about where we're going to leave it for this episode. Let's refill our oxygen canister here and top up our consumables. Not bad. So where we are for oxygen is, let's see, we're at 3.8 in our tank. We got 3.75 there. Let's throw this in here. 3.5. So yeah, we're down to about half of our starting oxygen at this point. That's not too bad. It's going to be a little bit more annoying as every canister we take has half as much stuff in it. So when we go to make water, we only get half as much water. It's not the end of the world. And we're not that far away, I hope, from having a greenhouse going. So that's good. Throw some in there. That's the end of episode 5. Join me for episode 6. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you very much.